friends! If any of you follow our recaps over at SnarkSquad, you know that one of the things we cover is Game of Thrones. You also know that we try to group up recappers so that there's one person who is very familiar with the material, one person who is somewhat familiar, probably on their second rewatch, and one person who knows absolutely nothing about the material. We call that person our Snow, after Jon Snow from A Song of Ice and Fire, because he knows nothing. If all of that means nothing to you, probably join this read-along. But I'm getting ahead of myself. The point of that whole introduction is just that I've been meaning to read these books since we started recapping in January of 2013. Trina over at Between Chapters started a read-along for A Game of Thrones, and at first I was a little hesitant to jump in because of all of the different things that I have going on, but I quickly went from hesitant to jump in to volunteering to co-host. So I am co-hosting this read-along along with Trina and a whole bunch of other really great people. Those are just booktube terms to let you know that we're all going to read a book together, and I would really like if you joined us. I've already started harassing people on Twitter, so that's great. That was a start. It all boils down to this. We will be reading A Game of Thrones in March. We'll all be there to encourage each other to get through this hunker of a novel, especially the boring parts. I probably shouldn't tell you that there are boring parts in this book because then you won't want to read it with me, but you have to. Discussions will be going on in the comment sections of all the videos of the people who are hosting the read-along. There's also a Goodreads group that I will link you to in the description. And of course on Twitter we will be using the hashtag GOTReadalong, and I will probably be on Twitter with that hashtag a lot. Let's face it, I'm gonna be tweeting a lot. There's no set pace or anything like that. Read as you like during the month of March. And through all this, when she told me she was doing this, and I got inspired to rewatch season 1 of Game of Thrones. I finally feel like I'm at the point where I can do that, where the events of season 1 will not devastate me the way that they once did, and that's only because so much worse happens later. I feel like I can look at season 1 now and be like, ha 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 ha. That is nothing. A mere prick compared to the pain that you will face later. I never thought I would be there at that point. First time I started watching Game of Thrones, I actually quit after season 1 because it was too devastating for me. And now I'm looking back like, psh, whatever. Same probably could apply for book 1. I'm guessing that they kind of end with the same major event. So, you know, boring bits, feelsy bits, we got it all. Probably, says the girl who hasn't read it. What you will see from me is probably 2 more videos on the subject. One will be a wrap-up video just talking about my feels overall for the whole project, and one I think will be some sort of reaction video, maybe a halfway midpoint kind of checkup, but just some sort of thing while I'm in the midst of it to talk to you about it. I'll probably also have a lot of rewatching series feelings, so I might include that in one of the videos or make a separate video for it. The whole TV thing is just me. Sorry, Trina. Am I confusing anyone? We're reading the book in the month of March. I'm watching the series again because maybe I will have time and I feel like it. You should read the book with me. Check out all the stuff in the description. Join me. Read with me. Don't make me harass you on Twitter. You know you've been meaning to read this book, even though it's the size of a brick. We can do it. Have I convinced you yet? I'm really good at this stuff. Let me know down in the comments if you plan on joining this read-along, unless the answer is no, because that will probably make me cry. Thank you so much for tuning into this video, and I will see you soon. Come on. There's also a Goodreads club. It's not the right word. We'll all be there to encourage you. We'll all be blah, 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 blah. Will anyone be there to teach me how to talk?